Okay, so you are unmuted and I'm going to turn on your camera, Camille. Okay. This there is you. All right. You are on.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming to the CEC 15 January 10th, 2023 business meeting. This is Camille Casaretti. I am the president of CEC 15, and I will call this meeting to order at 6:30. I am going to hand the floor over to our interpreters who will make a few announcements.
Thank you.
Could we start with, who would like to start? The Spanish line?
Yes, I can start. Thanks. This is going to be a message in Spanish. Buenas tardes. Este es un mensaje para las personas que puedan necesitar interpretación en español. Si usted desea escuchar la conferencia en español, por favor llame al 347-966-4114. Repito, 347-966-4114 e ingrese el código 602. Disculpe un momento. Sorry, one moment, please. Let me get the code right. Ingrese el código 693-463-378 seguido de la tecla numeral. Repito, 693-463-378 seguido de la tecla numeral. Si usted desea quedarse en Zoom, por favor, ponga su computador en silencio y de igual manera los micrófonos de su computadora y su teléfono. Muchísimas gracias. Buenas tardes. Thank you so much.
大家晚上好。如果大家如果有需要中文翻译的话，请拨打这个号码347-966-4114，然后按密码368-683-926，然后按井号键。重复一遍，如果大家需要国语翻译的话，请拨打347-966-4114，然后按密码368-683-926，然后按井号键。谢谢。
Good evening. The following announcement will be in Bangla for the Bengali parents and guardians here. শুভ সন্ধ্যা। এই আলোচনা সভাটি বাংলায় শুনতে চাইলে অনুগ্রহ করে বাংলা কনফারেন্স লাইনে এখানে ডায়াল করুন। বাংলা কনফারেন্স লাইনের নাম্বারটি হচ্ছে 347966411 এবং এরপরে আইডি বাংলা কনফারেন্স লাইনে ডায়াল করতে আপনি যে নাম্বারটিতে ডায়াল করবেন সেই নাম্বারটি আমি আবারও বলে দিচ্ছি 479664111 এরপরে আইডিতে আপনি 999। আপনি যদি এই জুম কনফারেন্স রুমে থেকে বাংলায় আলাপচারিতা শুনতে চান, আপনার কম্পিউটারে এবং ফোনে মিউট বাটনটি ভলিউম মিউট করে রাখুন এবং আপনার ফোন থেকে সরাসরি বাংলা কনফারেন্স লাইনে ডায়াল করুন। বাংলায় এই আলাপচারিতা এবং কথোপকথনটি শুনতে চাইলে আপনি যে নাম্বারটিতে ডায়াল করবেন সেই নাম্বারটি আমি আবারও বলে দিচ্ছি, 347966411 এরপরে আইডিটা সবাইকে অসংখ্য ধন্যবাদ। বাংলা অ্যানাউন্সমেন্ট is completed. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I will hand the floor over to Antonia Ferraro, who will call the roll.
Hi there. I hope everybody can hear me. I'm not sure
Shanice, can you hear us? Yes.
if I can be heard. Can I be heard?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm being heard. Okay. Camille Casaretti, are you present?
Present.
Okay, Antonia Ferraro, yes, I'm here. Tia Shellsteed is
On
not,
her way.
she's on her way. All right, we'll see if she comes late. Vincent Liu has not arrived yet. Nana Poku Ajakum, I believe he
Family
has a family
emergency. He's
emergency.
out of town.
Alfred DeAngelis, did he?
He is sick.
Okay, he is sick.
Both excused.
Joseph Alexander, okay. And Yvonne Bonda, all right. Nancy Randall. Present. Vanessa Gonzalez Yoka, I believe she had a work emergency.
Mhm.
And Nakia Muhasa Brown is
Mm,
not here. Okay. That means we do not have quorum
mm.
at the moment, and we'll see if we have quorum as the meeting progresses.
Could somebody text the 3 missing members and I can move on to the updates?
Just a reminder for everybody to please sign in. There is a link in chat, and I'll turn this over to Camille.
Thank you so much, Antonia. So welcome everyone to our January business meeting. I want to wish everybody a happy new year. And very glad that you could all be with us this evening. We had a very wonderful event on Friday last week. We had a legislative breakfast at Brooklyn Borough Hall. It was incredibly well attended. We had a number of elected officials, including the borough president himself, Antonio Reynoso. I worked with Nancy Cruz of the PTA President's Council president to help organize the event. And of course, a lot of help from our CEC members, especially Antonia and our wonderful administrative assistant, Shanice. So thank you to everybody who helped make this possible. That we had representatives from the US Congress speaking for Dan Goldman and Nydia Velasquez, who were stuck in Washington, DC, and couldn't be with us, but it was great to see their deputy district directors and the chief of staff. So we also had a number of parents represented from the various schools in District 15, speaking about issues that are really top of mind. And so there were a lot of opportunities to share concerns with our elected officials. We had 4 state senators there. Senator John Liu, who is the chair of the Senate Education Committee for New York City schools. We had newly elected Senator Ewen Chu, and new to our district, Senator Andrew Gounardes. We had Assembly Member Joanne Simon come to speak. The public advocate, Jimani Williams, was there. Our comptroller and former city council member, Brad Lander, spoke. 4 city council people, the chair of the Education Committee, Rita Joseph, Alexa Avila, Shahana Hanif, and Lincoln Ressler were all in attendance and shared their education priorities for this year. And we had a few PEP members with us as well. Tom Shepard, who is the parent representative on the PEP, Tazeen Azad, who is the Brooklyn Borough President appointee to the PEP. Both were there and were incredibly supportive. Superintendent Alvarez was in attendance along with many of the people of the District 15 team, and we had a special birthday cake for him for his birthday. We offered our Congresswoman Nydia Velasquez a certificate of honor for all of the amazing service that she has done for District 15 and for Brooklyn and New York City over these many years that she's represented our district. And then there was some time to mingle with the parents and attendees that were there. And so overall, it was a really wonderful event. Glad we were able to do that so early in this new year. We are going to be posting photos and videos of the event. We have shared the contact list of elected officials with the President's Council. And it's been really great working collaboratively with our parent leaders and elected officials. So, really get to do that too frequently as a large group, but this was a really special event and glad that we all could be a part of it. So thank you to everyone who helped. Nancy, Yvonne, Vanessa was there. Antonia, of course, myself, Shanice, thank you, everybody. So you probably saw on Monday, yesterday, the DOE announced the launch of the citywide and community education councils for the election process. There's a live stream video that is posted on YouTube, and we'll post that in the chat in a little while. We would encourage all of our parent leaders to visit the CCEC election page to learn about the campaign guidelines, the elections, how to run for a seat by attending a virtual info session. The sessions are going to be happening daily throughout the application period, which is going to run from January 9th through February 13th. All of the members of CEC 15 our term ends on June 30th. And so if anybody on this council would like to run again, you must place another application. There are also opportunities for a seat through the Brooklyn Borough President appointee application. And just a reminder that this year, per state law and per our advocacy, we are going to have a new additional member to the council, a parent that will represent the students in our D75 program. So very excited to know that there is going to be an additional voice on the council speaking for the parents of students in D75 program. So please consider applying, running, supporting the candidates who are interested in running. Talk to your friends about this election. It's very important. We are, in effect, the school board that you see in other parts of the country. That is what we are representing our schools in District 15. And if you would like to run for a seat on the citywide council, there are requirements. Please do look on the elections page on the DOE website to learn what the requirements are for citywide councils. I would also encourage everyone, if you haven't already, to please sign up for the NYXA account. That's the New York City Schools account, and you can access your students' grades, test scores, and more in the My Student page. You can take classes for free in Parent University. You could report bullying incidents if your child is experiencing any. You can access other forms for your child, forms that the school might be handing out that you could fill out online, such as a blue card. You can reset your child's DOE account password on NYXA. You can access Support Hub, which has a lot of great information. You can review your child's mandated IEP services as well and learn about the status of their teacher's special education certification. And just in relation to the CEC elections, this is the only way that you can vote for a candidate. So if you would like to participate as a voter in the upcoming elections, and I would encourage everyone to take up the opportunity to vote, you must have an account for each legal guardian to vote. You have to have a separate account. And if you don't already have an account, you need a creation code. You have to contact your child's parent coordinator And when you do, just make sure you have their OSIS number if you're writing it in an email. If you have any trouble navigating the NICSA portal, feel free to reach out to any of the CEC members or to the district office. I believe Brenda Diaz and Christine Farrell have been helping with the NICSA sign up in the past. So please do consider signing up for NICSA if you have not already. And I thank you for your consideration. And please do think about running for a seat on CEC 15 if you are interested. In other news, we have a new face representative for our council. Steve Weiser is still involved, but Amanda Hicks is going to be our new direct contact. So she has reached out by email. I think you all have received her email, and she would like to arrange a call with us on Zoom sometime later this week during the day. I had invited her to come tonight. She said she wasn't available. I know it's difficult for many people on our council to get on a call during the day, so I will try to work with her to arrange something that is a more inclusive time for everybody. Just in news about upcoming meetings, our January 31st calendar meeting, we are going to have a presentation on the School Construction Authority Capital Plan. This is a public hearing. Tamar Smith from SCA will be presenting on the seats coming online, other construction projects in the district. Just want to welcome Vanessa. I saw she came on to the Zoom right now. Thank you for being here, Vanessa. On February 28th at our calendar meeting, we're going to be having a fair student funding presentation. So this is the presentation that we receive every year on the fair student funding formula. And we're going to hear about the working group that took place this summer and what they discussed. And if you have any questions or comments, please send them in advance so that we can assure that our questions are answered. It seems that every year we receive this presentation and we always have questions and we kind of know what they are in advance. And then we ask our questions and then we never get any answers. So I would like to propose that we just do a lot of advanced thinking about this, get a list of questions on a piece of paper and submit them at least a week in advance so that when the presentation is happening, we are just getting our answers. So I just want to throw that out to you. As I was speaking, our council member, Vincent Liu, arrived. Welcome, Vincent. Thank you for being here with us tonight. So we now have quorum. I would like to propose that we jump back up to the vote on the minutes so that we can just take care of that one vote. Is that okay with everybody? Voting on the minutes? Yes. Thank you so much. I will hand the floor over to Antonia.
Hello, everybody. All right, let me just notate the change in attendance here. Okay, so yes.
I will just interject and
Yeah,
say both Nakia and Tia are on their way.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
He wanted
Okay.
to wait until they.
I mean, we
Oh,
have
okay.
quorum,
Yeah, I think we're okay.
so. Okay, so we have 3 minutes, one from the October 25th calendar meeting. Maybe we should just start there. Has everybody had a chance to look over those minutes?
I looked over it and I'll make a motion to vote.
Second.
Okay,
Which one we're voting on?
October
25th.
25th.
I would like to propose an amendment to
Okay.
Mhm.
proposing-
Yeah, I reached this in the last meeting, in November. On the discussion of small class task forces, resolutions. I don't know if Camille remembers that, in the meeting, my, my intention to make my comment was restricted. During the member comments session, I would like to be, documented in the meeting, in the minutes.
So this was, that was the meeting at PS 24 in the auditorium and, I mean, I remember there was like a back and forth with people sort of discussing it.
But my reflection was, during the meeting, like there was some back and forth.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
what inappropriate about the process was, when I had to make my second comment,
Mhm,
right,
mhm.
same subject.
Mhm.
My request was denied, despite other members on the same council were able to make their second
Mhm.
comment. I believe that's very inappropriate, very, not inclusive. Yeah, I believe that this is something that, we shouldn't have done going forward, and we shouldn't have done it to begin with. So, if we, admit that it's a mistake that we made,
Mhm.
then, it's reasonable for us to document it. So we know that, to remind us that it's not something that we are going to do again in the future.
Mhm.
That's the whole intent of minute and having a document on the.
So now where, what, does anybody else have something you want to say?
My only thing is that we don't document that kind of stuff in minutes. It's not relevant to the minutes. It's never been relevant. Like as the parliamentarian, I don't believe I was parliamentarian that night. I was sick, but I was there. I was sick. But I do know that I cut people off all the time in the audience and on the CEC and never notified them. And it's not inequitable if that's something I commonly do to people who is. And I've probably done it to people at this table and have my tendency. And I think when we are approaching the closing of the building, we have to shut it down regardless of who's had a parity in the number of times that they've spoken.
Mhm.
And to say that we're now scrapping the whole purpose of this so that we can notate something that we don't notate in these. We don't notate that I cut somebody off in an audience or a guest speaker or a CEC member. I don't notate how many times somebody spoke. That's not something when I've written minutes myself that I've notated, or as a parliamentarian, I even keep counting. We speak until time runs out, and that's in the guidance. When we have a public meeting with comment, I give the guidance that we will speak as time allows, and if we don't have time allowing it, we have to move on. And it was the end of the briefing. So I would say, if Vincent wants to talk again, we can hear him. I won't respond. And then my proposal would be we move to a vote. We've heard the rationale behind adding that to this, and we can all just say if that makes sense to what the minutes.
I would like to just add something to the conversation, if that's okay, unless Vincent would like to respond. Okay. So every council member gets 2 minutes, 1 2-minute period to comment. If you don't use that time, you forfeit that time. You don't get extra comments. And if somebody does, that person's technically out of order. It's not that you didn't get a fair amount of speaking time. Somebody else was out of order. we only get one opportunity to comment. There's no back and forth. And I would suggest that we do roll call comments to prevent this confusion about how comment periods function, because there's never been this free form back and forth in our comment periods. It's just shouldn't be.
Yeah, I would like to take this opportunity to respond to, what said there. What Antonio raised and what, both of you is different from what has happened. I think those you have confused to the incident, to the meeting prior to October 26th. Your parents already shut down. It's a different issue. I'd rather not to discuss in this one because that's a separate meeting. And it's not about, amount time allocated for comments or it's about, or whether it's about, keeping track of, the number of accounts for each, comment. What happened was, it was very clear during the meeting that, I was restricted because I shared different views and, the parliamentarian at the time, inappropriately restrict my voice. And it's simply because I was making some comments despite that he allowed the other member making second comments. That incident is really different from what Antonio has raised about, human or whatnot. It's about how can we ensure equitability across the state, all members within the same council. I respect different voice. I also allow different voices to express, while they may be different from mine. And my opinion is still the same on this, which is this is something that was inappropriately done. And Camille was there. I don't know if you remember, you would even apologize for the incident that was happened. Because you were not actually involved in the back and forth, which I appreciate it. But it's just something that if it's something that we acknowledge is a mistake, we should acknowledge it and document it and move forward. That's my point.
I appreciate what you're saying. I do want to read from the bylaws, just so that we're all aware what the bylaws say. Speaking time is limited to 2 minutes per person. This time may be extended at the discretion of the president or parliamentarian and may be limited if necessary. Discussion and charges relating to the competence or personal conduct of individuals will be ruled out of order. A speaker who is ruled out of order forfeits the balance of their time and will be directed to leave the microphone. The president or parliamentarian may take appropriate measures to enforce the ruling. Page 11.
Just so the order knows.
I would like to find a way to assure that this type of thing doesn't continue happening, because I think that everybody's voice needs to be heard. People need the time to express their thoughts. And I understand that we're always on a very tight schedule. And so it's that much more important that when documents are shared, people are looking at them, they're reading them in advance, they're coming to the table with their talking points. They might even want to share their talking points in advance of the meeting so that we're all prepared. I mean, the way that the resolution process is, which is where we were in that moment of what you're discussing, Vincent. When the resolutions are written by us, there's usually a few of us working on them. We're like detailing it in advance before it gets presented to everybody, and then it gets shared and people can comment on it. And then we come together and we have, some time to actually cross out lines and rebuild. In that particular document, we were adopting, and sometimes when we're adopting, there are things that like we don't 100% necessarily agree with, but it's more like an overall sort of concept. And so with something like that, we do not typically allow a lot of time for comments, but like I would like to work off of what we have in the bylaws. And if we think that there's space for change so that we do not have to fall into this situation again, because, it's just really not, we want to make sure that everybody is able to have their voice heard. So if there's something in the bylaws that we could change where things could run a little bit smoother, I would like to see a change happen there. I think that's far more valuable than like a line in minutes that doesn't really do anything for changing the future. And so I'd like to see some change so that we don't come back to this point again. So.
Yeah, I
Vincent?
don't have any objection to updating the bylaw format, in terms of making the council to be more efficient
Mhm.
and more inclusive.
Mhm.
But document incident, I believe is very important. So we're now,
Well, what would
And,
you like it to say? Because that's the next step, and then we would vote on that.
yeah, well, Antonia, I think you were thinking that actually makes sense in the November meeting. Do you recall what was the end?
Oh, interpretation can't hear.
Okay, let's see, then he needs to. What did I say?
We can hear the female speaker, we just cannot hear the male one. Thank you.
I said something.
Yes, it's just something
I
which
said-
actually makes sense. I think in general, what's proposed was, Vincent Lu was, voice was restricted during the comment periods.
Oh, I was just notating what it was that you said.
And I forgot what I said. I think I voiced everything.
All right, Tia has arrived. Let me put that in the minutes.
Welcome, Tia. It's okay.
Yeah, I didn't write down. From my recollection was that in general, into a section where the no voice, it was being restricted during the commentary of the meeting.
So,
My voice was restricted during commentary of the resolution.
So you would like that added to the bylaws? I'm
Oh.
sorry, to the minutes. You would like that added to the minutes?
Correct.
Okay,
Because that's what happened.
so that's what we'll vote.
I mean, I would consider something like council members. Some council members wanted to make additional comments and were denied due to a lack of
It
time,
wasn't usually like a time.
but it
Yeah.
was. It was,
There
we
was a very
were
specific amount of
basically, we were starting to get like kicked out of the meeting. We were already way behind schedule at that point.
I would like to make
Yeah.
a motion to vote on what Vincent has proposed.
Did you write? it
oh,
down?
so, okay, so yes, I've written it down and now I'm going to.
Okay, so
hold on
read
a
it
second,
out.
Hold on a second, I need to. All right, so. Nancy,
So on
Makes the
page
motion.
3. Where would it sit?
Page 3,
Page 3D.
that's the resolution, was discussed at that meeting.
Who seconded the motion?
I think Joe-
Joe.
the motion.
So did this occur before we voted? Yes.
In
Yeah,
the
it
public,
did-
comment period.
Yeah, CEC commentary, it did occur before the. when
Oh.
the votes.
So you don't have. Hmm. So you have to, you have to actually move this. Oh, what-
No, that's just the agenda. It would go in there. It would go in there, but
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
okay, so Camille Cossaretti, how do you vote on this proposed amendment to the minutes?
I vote no, I would like something else written if possible.
Antonio Ferraro, I vote no just because this just isn't the kind of thing that gets notated in minutes. Typically, we just notate votes, and if we get into things that are perceived or personal things, the minutes will get very subjective, and I'd rather keep the minutes objective. So that's the reason for my no. Tia, how do you vote?
I vote no, just because there was a very specific amount of time for comment. It isn't subjective at all.
Okay, Joe, how do you vote?
I vote no.
Yvonne, Vincent Liu, how do you vote?
Oh, I vote yes, because I believe that one of the document is missing and the state that was made. And the bylaws, limit between one and to the all, not, I don't think that applies to CEC. Anyway, that's the thing.
Oh, well, then we have to have a discussion about that because we have to be clear.
Well, we had
on-
10 minutes on the agenda, so that if each of us had 2 minutes, it would have been a lot more time devoted, but because it was like an adoption of somebody else's. we
Right,
only
I
had 10
think
minutes.
the rules on CEC member comments are laid out at the beginning of every meeting, but we all have to get together and be clear about what
Mhm.
those rules are. Anyway, Yvonne Bonda, how do you vote?
No, that I wish that we could discuss the bylaws.
Mhm.
To make that clarification and. So nobody will feel that they're being opportunity on their opinion.
Okay. Nancy, how do you vote?
I vote no.
Vanessa's not here. Nakia, how do you vote?
No.
Okay, so the motion to amend does not pass. Now, I think we have to have a more formal vote to approve these minutes than we normally have because of the question raised. So is there a motion to vote to approve the minutes?
I motion to vote to approve the minutes.
Okay, Camille Cossaretti, how do you vote?
I
to-
approve.
Okay, Antonia Ferraro, yes, I approve the minutes. Tia Shellsteed. Vincent Liu,
No,
okay. Okay, they're absent. Joe Alexander. Yvonne Bonda,
Approved.
Nancy Randall,
Approve.
and Nakia.
I approve.
Okay, minutes have been adopted. Now we can move on to the November 15th minutes. Are there?
I had
Any
an
questions or
edit in that last line, that's that. let's think about the remaining items on the agenda will be reviewed at the following CEC meeting.
All right.
So basically, the last line, I don't know how to say that, but like it says, President Camille Castelletti will address the remaining items on the agenda at the following CEC meeting. But we just ran out of time, and so it didn't really have anything to do with me specifically, but. So I'm just saying, can we change it to the remaining items on the agenda will be reviewed at the following CEC meeting? Yeah, I mean, it's just like, it sort of looks like that, it like. Based on what's written, it sounds like I am supposed to be doing something at the next meeting, but it really was just like, we ran out of time, and so the remaining items will be reviewed at the next meeting. I was reading that and I was like, what was I supposed to do? You know, so it just sort of.
Okay, so can I have a motion to approve these minutes with the edit that Camille has offered?
I mentioned to approve these minutes with edit that can be offered.
All right, Camille has already. How do you vote on these minutes for November? Okay, Antonio Ferraro, I approve of these minutes. Tia Shellsteed? Vincent Liu, yes.
You may give me 2 minutes to do it because I don't have
You-
access. to my phone for some reason.
Do you want more time? Should we? Okay, let's halt. We're gonna halt the vote.
Okay, halting the vote. Is it okay to give edits on the next one, or we're just sort of in a pause?
Well, if we move on to the next one, you're gonna probably have the same problem if people have.
Well, it's just that you spelled Nancy's name wrong.
Oh, double
You
L's.
spell my name right.
Oh, gosh, I'm sorry. Do I? I think I corrected
Wait,
your
where is
name.
Joe's name spelled
how is-
wrong?
it's
How
not
is that
Joseph
even
Alexander?
Possible. What is your name?
Jay, like Jolie.
Oh,
What do you mean?
Oh,
Oh,
like
like
not
not Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess in some spot you might have written Joe Alexander,
oh,
which is
okay.
J-O
Okay.
without an E.
I think it's usually Joseph.
She's used to writing Joanne Simon.
It's wait, it's J-O-E?
Yes. What do you mean?
I don't know.
Wait,
Where is my name
seriously,
spelled? Some people are just Joe with no.
just girl.
Really? I didn't know that. Where is my name spelled? There's one spot with a single L
Oh,
on the
no, I
bottom
see.
of the page.
Yeah, I just finished, I just want to make sure to put that on the second.
Section.
Okay,
Uh,
5G.
I was looking for some.
Keeping data.
Our data.
Huh?
Government of our students, they're looking at cleaning, improving, you know,
Okay,
going down, it's not really. But the impact of COVID really on the performance of the.
Just you're seeking data on the performance.
performance of L students.
Okay.
That's what I said, it's not really. The COVID centralizing.
Okay.
Oh, was it during COVID? During the pandemic?
The data I'm sticking with. Over few.
Yeah,
Over.
okay, yeah.
I think.
I feel like I remember it too.
But this is the area.
Okay, so we're just gonna change.
And I have to admit. Edits, performance.
Did you happen to get the data?
I've got some, I got some data during, in some kind of December.
Okay.
I haven't really review in depth. if I remember correctly, I was out sick during that time, but if I remember correctly, there was some improvement for those students. And what the data was that I got was actively rather than walking.
Aggregated.
Percent. I think there's people intended out it's applicated. So I'm still trying to get more data on the drawings, but TS 69 seems to be promising. 169.
Right.
Next level will be but it's wide. Before I was trying to get on superintendent Nita. But anyway, this is something.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Well, share it with us when you get it. I'd like to see it too.
Okay, so we're gonna ask for another motion to approve the November 15th business meeting minutes with the 2 edits from Camille and Vincent.
Motion to approve.
Okay.
November business meeting with the 2 edits from Camille and Vincent.
Is there a second? Okay, Camille Cosarelli, how do you vote?
Approved.
Antonia Ferraro, yes, I approve. Tia Shellsteed, Vincent Liu. Okay, and Joseph Alexander, Yvonne Bonda, Nancy Randall, and Nakia Muhasa Brown. Okay. We are now moving on to December 13th.
Only 3 of you here were at the meeting where half of us were out, more than half.
Mhm. I'll just point out for everybody's information, there's links in these minutes for both the proposals for 516 and 896. You can't see it here for 516 because I think that Shanice, you printed this out after I added it, after I received it
Oh,
from Tori
okay.
Benton, but
So you just like put it.
I
here
put
or
it there. That's
something?
the only change was I added in the link to the actual proposal.
Mhm. Okay.
And yes, I will correct Nancy Randall's L. Okay, I don't want to labor this too
I'll make a
long.
motion for that.
Okay. Camille makes motion. Are there any edits though? No? Do I have a second? Okay. Camille, do you approve? Antonia, yes, I approve the minutes. Tia Shellsteed, Vincent Liu.
I'll abstain because I wasn't the same.
Okay. Right, Joseph Alexander, Yvonne Bonda, Nancy Randall. Oh, she just walked out of the room. Nakia Muhasa Brown. All right, well, we have it and the minutes have been approved. Right, Camille, it's back to you. I don't know if you completed your district.
I did.
Okay.
I did. Okay, so the next item on our agenda is the School Construction Authority Capital Plan review and vote of the CEC 15 priority list. We're going to allow for a 15-minute public comment period. So if there is anybody on the Zoom that would like to make a comment, please raise your hand. We are then going to move to CEC member comments. And a discussion about which will be the top 5 items on the priority list. Then we will vote on the priority list, and the submission will be sent to the School Construction Authority later this week. I believe it's due on the 13th at some point this week. So Shanice, are you able to, you can't put that on that screen, can you? Okay, you could, yeah, sure, share it on the screen if you would, thank you. Just as a note, there are no guests here with us this evening. In the room is just the CEC members and our wonderful administrative assistant.
I don't want to see this.
So if there are any PA or PTA leaders who would like to notate any additional items for their schools, please do. If there are any principals, assistant principals, teachers, or school staff who would like to elevate any issues, we'd love to hear from you as well. I've reached out to all of the high school principals in our district via Chu and Janice Ross, Superintendent Ross, and we did receive a number of items which have been added to the list. I've also reached out to the District 75 Council, Superintendent, and the CEC, and they are submitting their own lists, and I believe that they are very thorough. And so we do not have any D75 notations on our list. For our members, there is a second tab in the spreadsheet which has, what happened? That's not,
No, that's not, she doesn't have it up.
oh, Shanice is doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not
This
doing that.
Do you want the second tab up? This is
Yeah,
very-
I wanted to look at, so
This is the
now
second.
at the last meeting, you all just went through the list and sort of
We just read out
discussed.
everything.
And is that how we came to this?
No.
No.
that
How did
came
we come
after.
to that?
You sent out an email to everybody and asked them
Oh, no.
to add
That's why.
things to that,
Mhm.
and that's.
So we are out, like, we're prioritizing safety concerns. What else is here that's prioritized? How did we do this? Right, so it's only these few things.
Yeah, I think you need to ask
Where
the
are we?
members to,
Are we
Contribute.
prioritizing academic needs? Because in some cases, it's.
So so there are a number of schools that are looking for bandwidth upgrades. And so not having the access that they need to Wi-Fi in the building is limiting the academic part of it. So I would say that like all of these bandwidth upgrades are important.
Yeah, safety always comes first, so I agree that safety can.
Yeah.
top of the list, priority list.
I feel like they all need printouts of this. Like, cause they're not
Yeah.
all.
You did
printed
print it.
Remember that.
Like, I don't know. I mean, do you have your own lists? Like,
What is?
Which other tab?
There's a second, look at the bottom of the.
So it says all requests and then vote. So
Yeah, but we did it on a Zoom call, so everybody had access to look at Google Docs while they were on the Zoom call.
Do you have a copy? If we do, we can use it to do our machine.
Can you make copies of them?
Here is these two.
It's,
Yeah.
it's very hard to print out because it's a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have everything. on there.
So you're saying we're looking at the vote tab? No.
Well, not necessarily. You want to look at all the requests and, choose the ones that you would like to see prioritized and there's a top 5 that we are going to present to SCA. But we're also gonna say, and all the rest of this too. We're gonna give them the entire list, but
That each of us will vote for. And that's what we did last.
yes, I
Yeah.
think that's how we tally the votes.
I think if
Oh.
you can see it, I don't know.
Uh,
Probably.
Oh, she did make copies.
She did, but they're just very tiny.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than nothing.
So, yeah, I do. Yeah. Nice.
This is completely.
This one is definitely no good. So I think what I did was I pulled out all of the things that were SCA that were not Reso A. And so that was more targeted for the school construction authority as like top level. Because if we just say to them, oh, we want to prioritize these 5 projects and they're Reso A, then they don't go to SCA, they go to.
Yeah, you don't
the
want to give them
city
something
and
that,
state. So we want to give SCA the things that are SCA specifically. And so I pulled out all of those SCA things, and that was what was on page 2 for, that was the vote. And then,
they are not
SCA
looking.
related, we located on the side of the.
yeah, you can see, I didn't do it. Carmine from DSF did it. So the Division of School Facilities, like you see, this is Reso A, DSF. That means that the Division of School Facilities would do this. We like
what's
that.
facility?
Reso A is money that comes. from the
Well, that's the
legislature.
final. If
Oh.
you-
So it's either
if
the
you-
borough
so
president
This was like
or
what we
the
finally
Senate.
decided, and then these are all.
So
the
this,
subsequent
what is
votes.
this?
This was just like she.
Though that is
Picked out the
pulled
ones
out
that were
lines
SCA.
from this
Yeah.
So
gigantic,
actual qualifiable-
those are qualifiable SCA.
That's what you'd like to work.
So
So these
like-
are what we-
can you believe it? That's all it is.
Really?
But still, we're submitting this whole entire thing. And like anything that's like Reso A, the SCA will know about it and they'll like get the money from that other source, but they have their own money also. So we want to tap into their money first. And then like the Reso A things, I end up sending that to the elected officials anyway. So they all get it,
So.
like
for-
the city council, the
for the
Senate.
Project that's non.
Borough president, yeah.
Does SDA will have anything to do with those projects? or
They will,
They
they
will.
would have to do with Reso A, but they would not have to do with the Division of School Facilities. The Division of School Facilities
They have their own
is basically like the tier between the maintenance people at the school, the custodial staff is at the school level. DSF, Division of School Facilities, like monitors all of the school buildings. So if there's like a flood, it's going to go to them. And then they will identify it as the roof is leaking. And then that'll become an SCA because that's like the whole roof. But if there's a flood because a pipe broke, then the Division of School Facilities will manage that. And they might do it through the school, or they might get a plumber, to come in, and they have their own money and their own bids. So it's a lot. But over the years, we have figured out how to, take as much advantage and opportunity of this bit of power that we have to make sure that we're getting every penny that we can from all of the sources that we can get them from.
Do you understand exactly how SCA interacts with the reservoir funding?
So SCA works with the legislature. So say, for example, like with the bandwidth, I think, and I haven't discussed this yet with the borough president's office, but I think that the borough president could actually use their reso-A money. Like, say they just decide, we're gonna make sure that every school in Brooklyn who needs extra bandwidth is gonna get it. And then the borough president's fund would go to all of that. This is what Eric Adams did many years ago when he wanted to have like a STEM initiative. And so that a couple of years, like he was just giving iPad carts and laptop carts to all of the schools. So whoever needed it, they just like said, I need a laptop cart. The money went to SCA. SCA did the deal and they got distributed through SCA. So that's like the other funding stream. But I guess SCA has their own funding stream through the New York State budget. So when we're going to Albany and advocating for more money, like some of that money is SCA's money.
I think that some of them, space planning, is that different teams?
Space planning is
Space
totally
planning.
different. So say that like a co-located school is saying like, we're overcrowded, we need more space, this other school doesn't use 2 of their rooms, and so we need more classrooms, so we want to take those rooms. That would be space planning. Did you see space planning on there
Oh,
somewhere?
yeah, I see a couple went on like an elevator request, so it sounds like they. have
Oh,
to do
okay.
space planning before SBA will take.
Yeah, they would have to talk to space planning because like, the elevator has to go all the way through. There has to be a bank on the roof
Mhm.
as well. And so depending on where that layout would be,
Yeah.
they can't go through the gym, they can't go through like the cafeteria, like they have to figure out what they're gonna be interrupting if they so they have to talk space planning, because if the elevator is gonna take away, 8 classrooms, then that's gonna be a problem.
Can
So,
I make a suggestion?
sure.
I see that there's 12 SCA specific.
Mhm.
Yes, can we read through them?
Yep.
So that we are certain of what it is that we're discussing tonight?
Yep.
Okay.
I also added some stuff after this was pulled out. So, and they are safety things, so maybe can I just?
Sure.
Yeah.
When you're done, yeah,
Okay. Should I read? Or,
at 58 actually, so you probably will be familiar with that.
okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, so, PS 94, renovate roof and install green roof with playground or gym or learning area. Oh, I see, okay. And install a green roof and then also install a playground or gym or learning area?
She's open to what's on the roof, either a playground or a gym or some sort of learning area.
Got it.
My, my understanding was, yeah, we talked last time. They never had a gym. What they have is, it's a 2 classroom. Somehow they put the wall and the gym. So, well, I think what the principal was looking for is hopefully, if they have a rooftop turn into gym. So that's what it is.
Yeah.
And, yeah, of course, if you have a gym, then whatever is, the current so-called gym can be repurposed something. I think that's what it means.
I see, okay. PS 130. Bathroom upgrade, the second floor has just one bathroom stall with over 40 children on the floor. The bathroom needs to be upgraded to include more stalls to accommodate children on floors. There is a long line during bathroom breaks that interrupts school learning and activities. And then bathroom upgrade on the third floor, which has just one bathroom stall with other 40 children on the floor. The bathroom needs to be upgraded to include more stalls to accommodate children on that floor. There is a long line during bathroom breaks that interrupts school learning and activities.
So we don't know because Nana's not here, but Joe, you're familiar with the building, right? Is this the extension where the pre-K is? or
No, this is the main building of the lower school.
The main building of the lower
This
school.
building was
Can you write lower school?
constructed in the 1800s.
Yeah.
That's why it doesn't have. the elevator.
Yeah.
One of the words was to put an elevator outside,
Right,
if that was possible.
yeah.
But, yeah, they have,
Renovating will have to be
use. The space for each bathroom in each floor is very.
But there's more than 40 children on each floor in the main building.
Yeah. I do.
So is he saying that there's one stall for 40 children, or is he saying that, so there's more than one stall and each stall
Yeah.
ends up?
I-
Oh,
I've never used those.
yeah, we're not supposed to be in there.
Right.
So one bathroom stall per
40
40 children. Okay,
Right,
let's
and then-
fix that language because that's very confusing.
Right.
Because I was like, I don't remember one bathroom, because I had had that building a while back.
So the bathroom
Per-
upgrade on the second floor
per
and the bathroom upgrade on the third floor, where
Right,
each bathroom has 40 children per stall. We don't know how many stalls there are, but 40 children per stall. And so there are long bathroom lines that interrupt learning and activities. Okay,
I want to check.
K
the
142,
previous.
which is BNS and BCS. Replace all windows so that they can see out of them. They are all opaque.
Can I just,
Yeah,
that, please?
yeah,
yeah.
This is 146, so we correct that.
Mm.
Yeah, yes, 146,
Oh, I think the building number is 142 though.
entire building.
I think so.
Well, okay, so I wanted to, give more information because, it's one thing that the glass is opaque and we can't see through it, that's,
Right.
trivial, but the issue is that there's a scaffolding there.
Right.
for probably
Yes,
16
years.
And
Mhm,
it's- And the windows are all sandblasted, meaning that.
mhm.
the
They're
glass
damaged.
is-
Yeah.
Yeah, the glass is weakened.
Right.
So it's
Oh,
2
yeah.
millimeters.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's damaged.
And then, so it's a high risk for shattering, breaking.
right.
Also, there are health risks. So,
Mm-hmm.
for extended periods of sandblasting, you're getting all types of things in the air.
Mhm.
Bronchitis, I forget, there are a few more, I can
yeah.
find it, but, so they're healthy, health concerns and also, the safety.
Right.
concerns.
And is it just on the one side of the building facing the highway or it was all
It's
over?
my understanding that it's both sides because at
Okay.
one stage they were working on the other side.
Okay.
And yeah, they finished the.
Okay.
Yeah, the construction and then.
Right.
it's-
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Priscilla Chan reported that.
All right, so I've changed the language on
Okay.
that.
Okay, so.
Replacing all damaged windows, there are safety, health, and visibility concerns. They are opaque and weak from sandblasting during several years of construction.
Okay.
Okay. K 656, 500 Pacific.
Mhm. That's high school for the art.
Oh, okay. High school for the arts, air conditioners in gym need to be replaced.
Yep.
Okay. K 655.
Same
345
building.
Dean, okay. And the concerns are around safety when scaffolding is up, there
Mhm.
needs to be more light.
Yeah, so that happened recently that the street the sidewalk itself is narrow in some spaces, and so when the scaffold is up, the kids have to sort of like all cluster into like, it goes from wide and then skinny again and then wide, and the lighting has been really awful, so they can't even see what they're doing when they're having dismissal, like at night, you know?
That's a contractor issue. not really expense.
I agree. I just threw it on there because if this is like something that's happening as a general rule with scaffolding through SCA, and that just needs to get elevated, that we need better lighting on all scaffold, because we've had complaints from 172 in the past about the lighting under the scaffold. So, I mean, the lighting is always terrible under the scaffold. We need like better lighting.
Mhm.
So I just put it in there because we would have this conversation,
Mhm.
and then we would decide, do we want to write a resolution about lighting for scaffolding?
Yeah, and I think it's more a complaint rather than
Mhm.
the projects.
Yep.
So, but again, we'll have the reasons.
Yep.
Lighting, safety.
All right, K 463 Casa, what building?
So that's
high
the,
school.
American
It's
Studies.
in John Jay,
Oh, okay.
one of the 4 high schools in John
Okay.
Jay.
Okay, and they need a bandwidth upgrade. Can you give more?
I
information?
just sent out a fishing line, and that's what came back.
Got it. Okay, all right.
So it's, the same thing. They need better internet.
Right, okay, all right, K 519 CSAS. Is that the one in Warm Hill?
I
Yep.
think so.
Okay,
Mhm.
and the windows need to be replaced.
Mhm.
Did they give more information about that?
That's all I
Okay.
gave.
And then.
Park
K
Slope
464,
Collegiate.
Park Slope Collegiate. Funding to continue stalled AC installation, so.
So I guess they need more
it
money.
started and then
Right,
it was never
exactly,
completed.
exactly.
And they were given, do you have any information about that? They were given money?
I mean, Joe,
They said they had a blank check, remember? For AC.
Yeah. they did.
that was only for classrooms, not for,
Did not.
other
qualify
things.
And said that, but okay.
Huh,
it was only classrooms.
Yeah, these all
So-
came from you at Chu.
Yeah.
From the
I
high school
see,
council.
I see.
Right,
She ju-
right.
And this is just what we
Yeah,
got back from.
yeah.
her.
That's
So
why
we
I
don't
wrote like
really-
CCHS on there.
There's not that much.
No, we
information.
don't. have a lot of
Okay.
detail.
And then K 460 JJ campus.
Yeah, John Jay,
Okay, lobby entrance enhancement.
right.
So that's for the
That's wrong.
whole.
Yeah, the whole building.
Yeah,
Mhm.
do we know, is this another one where it was fishing and we don't know because that?
I mean,
that's safety.
I have,
Yeah.
but so basically, like, there's no ADA compliance there. There's like this gigantic staircase
Mm.
in the main entrance, so like enhancement, I mean, I think we should write something about ADA compliance, because to me, that's what it is, but they might have meant something else.
Yeah, I don't know what they
Like,
meant.
We could just go through and put elevator.
Yeah, but you probably won't get it.
I'm thinking-
Okay, and so then are these next 3 also SCA?
These are all
SCA,
SCA,
okay,
yeah.
so then at PS 24, PS 38, and PS 124, they've all requested security cameras.
Right,
Security cameras around the perimeter of the building, and PS 124 is specific. They
Didn't
say 7
94
exits and 1 safety agent in the school, so it's needed urgently. 7 exits go directly to busy 4th Avenue, to 4th Avenue, 13th Street and 14th Street. There's just 1 safety agent located on the
Oh,
first
no
floor.
shit.
Although doors are alarmed, if a child exits the building, it will take a while for the safety agent to make their way to the exit. Fear is a child exiting the building with no tracking. And I would say that I see that at my children's school, so it does seem like there's overall the exiting the building is something that is very easy for children to do. Pia, do you want to go ahead and at your
Did you write them in the document or
Yeah.
On the first page?
they're on the first page?
Yes,
Okay.
58.
Just at 58, apparently, ceiling material is falling, in the auditorium.
Hmm.
And, ceiling tiles are falling in the gym. And then there's something about the schoolyard matting, but I'm seeing that's a res OA thing.
Mhm.
So.
So, I mean, okay, so auditorium ceiling, complete repair, leak to dangerous situation. Like, does the entire auditorium need an upgrade? Because if it's about the ceiling falling, that might be DSF.
It depends on how extreme it is.
Well, remember, like, the tiles were falling in the BNS.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think we ended up putting in for like an entire auditorium upgrade there.
I think, like, is it because it was damaged, or is it because this material's at the end of its life?
Yeah.
It's just collapsing.
Do we know? I think in that case, it met the end of its life,
Mhm.
but do we know what's happening at 58?
I don't know what you.
I don't know. I don't know if it,
I mean, are kids in the auditorium and them, like, are they using those
yeah,
spaces?
they're using this paper.
Hmm.
Yeah. Those material falling. And I edited it, she said that, someone was injured over the summer.
Oh, so I mean, they're gonna prioritize that no matter what. They can't like legally have that. That's a liability.
Can pick this. Oh, God, I
Well,
know.
and it's two separate things, the auditorium, because
There we
material is
go.
falling, and then the gym tiles are falling.
All right.
So, the tiles I'm imagining are, probably not, not as bad as material. I'm imagining plaster. Right, in the older.
Could be asbestos glue. Like it was built in the
Yeah.
50s, right?
Where's all the stuff I put down for 676?
On page 1.
It's probably on page 1. 6.
Oh, it's under 27, 15K 27. It's at the top.
All right, I was about to write it all in again. I was like, where did it go?
Should be at the top. Yeah, it's there. Sidewalk.
Oh, there it is.
Cause it just, their gym also has.
Damage to gym.
Do
And
you want that piece about the gym in the page 2 in the
the gym upgrade.
damage to the gym? Would you like that?
Well,
Yeah.
if does that fall under SCA?
It didn't get labeled by.
I hate to say this, but
Fine.
I would not expect a lot of money to be poured into that building if they're getting a new building. Because we don't even know what's happening with that
Right.
building.
Oh,
Right. That makes sense.
So like this, electrical work, extension cords, et
Yeah,
cetera,
they
like that should not be happening, period. So we'll like put all of this stuff on there. And then the steps at the front entrance, tripping hazard, cracks dangerous. I mean, I've been complaining about all of these tripping hazards outside of that building for years. It's on other lists too. No, it's the Red Hook. They finally managed to get the curb redone, which had been like broken apart by the school buses sort of going up onto it and the trees lifting.
All right.
So Rebecca Fagan, the principal at 29, also said that they need a boiler upgrade.
Is that on here?
Who's 29? Yvonne, is that you?
Yep, here it is.
You know anything about the boiler?
Last round, you can see I also used.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could we also, I had added a bunch of the
No.
Can I plug mine in?
bandwidth
Yeah, yeah.
upgrades into the spreadsheet today. One of them was, I
Oh,
think, from 94, and then PS1. PS1 needed it because they have this little extension that was built and they are not able to get the Wi-Fi in the new space. And,
So access needs to be room. So goes to.
everything's gonna be on this list.
Okay.
Like, everything is gonna be on this list no matter what, so.
That one has.
I can't run any Zoom without killing my computer.
Well, I can call Karma. Probably.
You're gonna call him now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we're working. No, but seriously, he's like, being on call is part of the job. Okay, I'll send him, also he gets a heads up.
So you're gonna just run down this list with him a bit?
No, I gave him this list already.
Right,
He was the
right.
one that wrote all of this stuff on the side, so. You know what, can you share, here, go back. Can you just share it with him?
Yeah. Oh, wait, there he is.
I think we're beyond our 30 minutes. And did anybody see, Shanice, were there any people from the public who had comments to make? No?
Excuse me, I'm from the public and I would like to make a comment.
Oh, okay, let me just unmute this. Or wait, I need to mute my.
Hello, my name is Carlos Horn. I'm a parent at the Borum Hill School for International Studies. And on the matter of upgrading the bandwidth for schools, I would just like to caution that bandwidth is the issue. I don't know if perhaps it's a signal strength issue. I know that we've all endeavored to fix a problem like this before, only to find out that what we thought we were fixing was not the problem to begin with. And so I think that it's also likely that the classrooms don't have strong signal strength, not just bandwidth. Thank you.
Which is the signal strength
Right.
versus an external like how many megabyte or gigabyte we get when internet goes out.
Mhm.
to Your building.
Mhm.
So that's a different, I hope that you people knows how these things we can diagnose the problem.
Right.
Of course. So yes, those are two complete different problem. And for example, if we get internet from Spectrum, they can say, oh, you pay for 400 megabyte, or you can do 600 megabyte for premium price. This is all kind of,
Right.
but your in-house Wi-Fi, it really depends on the router, the equipment that you use, whether or not you spread out your house space, so that's the whole different. But again, they should know how to diagnose all of this. Right?
It's
Yes.
because equipment is part of the funding,
Mhm.
right? So even if there's a bandwidth issue, if the equipment is installed, I thought it was once a year? Did they upgrade it? It's not part of
No,
the.
every
plan?
3 years.
Okay. Yeah, so do they just come out and change it every 3 years, or is there request settings?
A request.
I'm not seeing anything for 497 on this list.
It's
I
not
don't know.
under 497. It's a
it's
different building
under.
code.
What would that
Well,
be?
it's my name. It's because it used to be the district office. Oh, I can't do control.
Okay, what's the,
Unless.
there. 15K 293.
It's what you have
oh,
installed.
that you don't have anything for them.
It's up.
Oh, it's up
15K
15K.
to, I have a
Oh,
lot of stuff
okay.
for
Th-
that.
That's very confusing.
Well, that's the building.
Yeah, but that
How
could,
you have to
that's,
enter it. It's annoying.
oh. Uh,
Yeah, so BHS has a lot of stuff.
but
They
it doesn't
have
have anything to do with with the
bandwidth.
bandwidth.
Yeah, because Samantha didn't really talk to me about that. So maybe she does know that it's not bandwidth and that it's this other issue.
Okay.
That's why it's not there.
All right. So how should we?
Something with all
progress forward?
electronic.
Can we just sort of,
So
do
in-
you have a way to do like a search of this document, like on my computer, I can control app, but you can't do that. Like, can you search a document? You know,
Fine.
Sure. Bandwidth.
So is it definitely reporting, or is it?
Well, it's.
Mm,
Fine.
there are no entries matching bandwidth.
That doesn't make any sense.
I don't think anybody asked for,
No, I added a bunch today.
you did?
Yeah, because the principals were writing. I sent out an email saying, is anybody having problems that they need bandwidth enhancement? Why can't I open this now? It's not opening.
Are we gonna vote on this?
Yep,
I think that when we run out the time for this.
Yep. I know.
Yeah, I
I'm
think that
watching that too.
we need to move forward with this. I don't,
The only item that we're actually voting. on.
well, we kind of have to like, okay, we have to start moving them up into the top of that second page and voting on them.
So, wait, did mine get erased? I already put mine.
So
Where's
how do we vote?
mine?
Are we each gonna take 5 to see which one get most votes? Which 5 get most votes? How are we handling the voting in this?
I know, this is always such a,
How did we do this last time? I mean, I think the last time we ranked, or maybe we did pick 5. I think we did pick 5 each. We picked 5 each, and the ones that had the
I
most,
think we have.
we started that.
If it needs 5 votes. then-
right, so should I take all of these that we sort of put on the second page, move them up into this,
Yes, yeah.
move them up here, and then,
Or just delete.
wait,
all
can you move this?
Right.
Should we-
Well, the names are there.
I think, and then The names are off, I can't
I
move,
just,
like,
I'll read through these new ones.
and then everybody. But you guys don't all have access. You'd have to do it.
Yeah, I think it might be easier for each of us get a piece of paper, write
get a
it.
piece of
And
paper.
I think now, yeah, right now, probably more efficient.
Let's just read through these new ones, because they weren't here before.
Uh-huh.
So PS 58 auditorium ceiling complete repair, an old leak led to a dangerous situation with the ceiling. Ceiling tiles in the gym have been falling for years and continue to fall, need a new ceiling.
You trying to copy this?
No,
Uh,
I'm
PS
trying to
676,
delete the
Sidewalks
and put
outside
up.
the building.
No,
Trying
no,
to
you can't
delete
do that.
this
Curb,
section
Parents,
and
Oh.
move it up.
Parent tripped over
Well,
the
then you
summer.
How do you right click?
They have to
Also,
delete all
PS
these.
No, no,
76
no, that wasn't what I was
haphazard
doing. I was
electrical
only,
work, extension cords across rooms, across floors.
Mm.
The building's
I
from
was
1938
only-
has not
I
been
was
updated. There's the
deleting
electrical,
this.
there's fencing. That's dangerous around the building. No playgrounds.
no, how
for
do
the
you
community.
delete cells? You can't
You
right
have to,
click?
yes, you
Yeah.
have to delete the cells over
There's no
here.
playground for the community.
No,
It's a separate
no,
issue.
no,
And then the
you're
bottom,
wrong. No,
there's
no,
no
that's not-
filtered water.
How
in
did
the
you get
drinking
that?
And we keep
Wait,
seeing
don't
this
do
over
it
and
yet.
over.
I'm not
There's
doing,
no
I'm not
filtered
doing
water.
I'm gonna do this. again.
And then
I think you should just copy and paste this up there.
It's.
You can't. do that.
Yes, I can.
it's crazy.
Now, how
And
did you
then-
get that drop down?
It's crazy. And then
Over here, I have to do
Okay.
two.
PS
tab.
49 needs a new boiler system.
Oh, Put it one where? Why
So this
can't
is a
you-
total, I believe, of 16.
You can delete the row.
17.
No, I don't want to delete the row. I
17
wanted to like the cell.
BA specific.
Like, how do you delete these cells?
58 C.
How do you-
Electrical.
at
Yeah, you have to
676.
delete the row.
No,
That's what it's called.
Click it now.
670.
Do you want me?
No, don't put it on.
Six
Click it.
58 and 676, and 58 is in the gym, is the trip hazard,
Yeah.
and 676 is outside
Shift up.
the building.
So whatever that
Sure,
was,
also, was it-
instead,
Was it a written of
Hold
existing project? How can they have?
No.
Wireless, can you
Shift
even
up.
fit it?
shift that up.
No, they're not,
Yeah.
the wires, that's,
Okay.
then that's another issue.
Now it's all.
All right.
So there's wires going across the classroom, that's a PS 676.
Maybe
Wait,
she,
what?
but
That's
people
a-
are-
she can
Isn't
print
it-
this out.
Isn't it remaining?
can,
the
but the
existing
computer's not
project
on,
they
'cause you have
never
to put-
taken
put
care
all of
of?
that
That's why they
together.
have wire across the room, which.
No, it's not an existing project, it's because the electrical of the building was never renovated. So, or the building's from 1938 and the electrical has never been renovated, and so then they don't have the proper electrical for 2020.
But
Right.
still, they should at least hook up to the wall, not across the room.
Well, that's what they're saying, is like here, right here, this is the only outlet here, but there's not any outlets here. So, like, we have to like run towards.
You can pass this computer around the
Like,
room.
remember
And
when,
let
they
everybody
had that
like
button
just
we were all
put
tripping
their
over? So
vote in.
imagine, like, everybody was-
Is that crazy?
No, and I mean.
Guys, can I just pass this laptop around the
That's
room
a
and
great
you
idea.
guys can just put in your ranking?
Do we have
So-
this, do we have the 676 issues on there?
They are not.
Oh, we have one, yes, we do. We have two of them.
They're,
We have the sidewalk,
Yeah.
we have the electric.
oh,
And we have Tia's.
We have Tia's, two tile, ceiling tile things. We have Yvonne's boiler system. Is there anything else you want me to?
oh, up again to the top.
The trip hazard was, there's broken like sidewalk pieces out front. And like, people actually have gotten injured.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is there any other things that we're gonna add to this secondary list?
Oh, yeah.
All right, Camille's voting. Camille's checking off her
I'm just-
box. You're not gonna vote?
I am. I'm just taking it away.
Choosing
We're just putting
five.
X's to start.
And then it's almost like you're taking.
Oh, wait, didn't he say,
Maybe that's
one of
not
seven
working.
had a sidewalk issue. And I
Because
remember
my
he said
power was really
that was
draining.
DOT. Or maybe.
It doesn't.
Yep.
All right, Camille is putting X's next to her the preferred. And I guess anybody with a computer can just do that, and then I'll just pass it around.
Is it Google Doc?
Yep.
It is.
Can you share with me? Maybe I can.
Yep.
You've got it. Yeah, you could do it on your, although it's, these spreadsheets on phones are a nightmare.
Yeah.
He's got it.
I know, I'm sending it again.
Maybe I can do it horizontally.
Yep.
without-
Okay, it's page 2. This is hard to do even here.
You just need to click off of that.
I know. I'm just trying to see. I mean, I just think some of these things, like, this has to be done no matter what. They're just gonna do it. We don't need to- And this is like, we should report this to the fire department, because this is not okay.
And this is the Mandarin Pepper speaking. I'm sorry to interrupt, but with the crosstalk and the background echoes and whispering, it's just impossible to hear what you guys are saying.
This would not get done, so like, oh, I'm just mumbling.
She's mumbling.
I'm talking to myself.
Let the record show. Okay, all right, so, oh, I gotta unplug, all right. I'm gonna unplug. Does anybody want this laptop? Vincent, are you able to do it on your phone?
Well, 27
Okay.
people on the call.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna unplug the microphone.
Can we ask again if there are any principals on the call that would like?
Did you? Oh, you're doing.
Yeah, I'm doing my phone, so.
I should have done that.
Yeah, I was under the phone. I just
Yeah.
took over.
It worked on.
Yeah, you just have to do it sideways, you know, make sure you're rotating and.
Okay, can you share it with me? No, there's a, all the tests and there's a vote.
So-
The vote section.
Is this the whole list?
Oh, it's the second page.
Just gotta find all these. So damaged windows, air conditioning. Was lobby entrance and these, security cameras. Gosh, the security cameras need done too. Oh my goodness, can we vote for 7?
I know, right? I wanna. vote.
I don't think I have credits. I don't even have it. But you know what? I'm just gonna write down the number. Guys, we're 30. Of what I am voting.
Yeah. How could we vote more than 5? I'm just.
Where am I seeing all of that?
No, but I'm just saying, I say, I see it. I don't understand what I mean. It's the top 5 website.
I don't see the 16.
So the way the spreadsheet that they give us, that's 5 in the top.
So we're putting an X next.
And then
to
the rest.
it.
So we can prioritize the 5, or we don't have to prioritize anything. We just submit the whole thing the way it is.
Mhm.
I almost wish we could do that.
I mean, the major part of this work is the work that we did. Like, we have this massive list, you know, this is really, really valuable to everybody, to the schools, to the people who are at DSF, to school construction authority, to officials, it's like.
To the
very
public.
good job. To the public to know how neglected are all of our buildings are.
Oh, there, because I made it that. Yeah. Right. It is public.
Right, yeah. Shine a light on it.
There's food if anybody wants.
Oh,
What is it with lobby entrance enhancement?
So it wasn't completely clear what that was. I think it is about ADA compliance because there's a gigantic staircase at the entrance of the building.
I thought you were saying it wasn't about ADA. I got it.
I mean, I don't know what else they
What
could be
they do?
talking about. It's a
The
pretty
wheelchair
fancy
access.
building.
Okay.
Can somebody enter my X's for me? I don't have right access.
okay, hold on, let me. Shoot. I'm doing it on my phone, so you can have
Okay,
that.
okay.
Oh,
Okay, you done?
Yes,
Okay.
this is you.
Thanks.
what is that?
Oh, shit. I just put it in Joe's.
Right, I did it on my phone. Okay.
That's weird. I couldn't.
I have spreadsheets for Google uploaded in a widget on my phone. Okay. Do you want to do it on this one or you're meant, or it's okay on that one? Yeah,
Oh, yeah, it's working.
all right. All right,
I think I put more than that, but whatever.
all right. Let's see. So, all right, so now I gotta count.
It's just hard to think which one was, to go by which one I feel like, one, but,
I mean, I think like things like
Okay, so let's see.
the boiler has to be fixed. That's sort of like, no, you have to fix the boiler. You can't not have heat in the building. So they have to do that no matter what.
is a boiler completely down, or it's just showing a citizens? It's different between complete.
Let me see
non-working
what.
Number
It's
7.
past the time of the
has
boiler. I know that depending on the brand, some boilers are not 10 years,
Let me see what she
some
wrote.
are 5 years. But our time boiler, for the one that lasts, supposed to last 10 years, may last 15 years. So
Yeah.
it's very different situation. If there's no hot water, they have to be fixed water, but we cannot not have hot water. But we don't- But yeah, it depends on situation.
So now I'm just tallying these up. votes. No, yeah, 4 votes. And
So she wrote, this is for PS 29. We are still in need of a new boiler system. This was voted on at the June 2022 CEC meeting. I'd love for this SCA project to be reflected on the list of priorities. So we already flagged that last year on this list. So in theory, we're not supposed to be repeating things. Like, once it's on that list, it's in the queue. So they already know about the boiler.
Okay.
And if the boiler is really like a situation where there's no heat, then it has to be addressed right away.
So it sounds
If the
like-
boiler's like, maybe it's breaking down, maybe it needs to be adjusted, like then maybe DSF is handling that, and
Yeah,
it's not new
Because we
boiler.
order sometimes, like any other equipment, you can see that it's breaking down and it keeps getting fixed. There might be a situation boiler that just see
Yeah.
the lifespan, but still working.
Mhm.
So, I hope that they are not having,
Mhm.
still not getting hot water, but I hope that still are getting hot water.
So
It's been
Yvonne,
20
can you
years,
follow
yeah.
up with Principal Fagan to
Okay.
just find out specifically what's happening with the boiler? Because since we put it on last year's list, like you could just call Tamar Smith at SCA and just say, I want to know what's going on with this boiler, like it was flagged last year and, these are things that are happening and when can they expect something to happen? Doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, you're right. Where on SCA's list is it? Right. How many? 10 more minutes of this
Three.
section?
No.
of the,
Same
to be
period.
a
We have to leave the
1,
building 10 minutes.
2, 3. 5,
Okay, we have to do this. no
I know,
matter
I'm
what, because we have to
going
submit this
blind,
to SCA.
trying to
Like, I
count
don't expect we're getting an
These
extension.
votes.
Mhm.
4, 4, 4, 58. Cell number 21. Right, yes. I'll take it.
Is there urgency to discuss past member vote?
No,
Okay. Yeah, just.
It was just an FYI.
Yeah, maybe we can figure those, because the one I raised
Yeah.
about New Year, because coming up.
Right.
this, And,
I actually want to talk to you more about this. Because I have an idea, but I have to ask you. Shall we have this conversation or is that?
I think
You'd
we
rather wait?
have-
Okay.
we have 8 minutes.
I'll talk to you.
We
off.
need to do something.
okay.
I'm just trying to count them up. Notes. And then the last one, cell 25 has.
Oh, really? I know we usually do resolutions.
6
Are we allowed
votes.
one sentence statement, then way, very straightforward, just one
Yep.
sentence. I think that
Yep.
one makes.
6, 7,
Yeah.
6.
For the solution. which, validate.
Okay, so the one with the most votes was 676 is hazardous electrical work. Got 6 votes. Then video cameras at 124 got 5 votes.
Okay.
And 130's bathrooms got 5 votes. Then I guess we go to which, so there were 1, 2, 3 different projects that got 4 votes each.
Mhm.
So what do we, I guess
That leaves us with 6.
that leaves us with 6.
Okay.
So maybe we just have to vote on which one of those projects to kick off the island.
So what
Um,
were the last one?
Which one of the, so there's, okay, these are the 3 projects that had 4 votes each.
Mhm.
676, Sidewalks. Write
Yeah,
that
they
down.
don't have to do music, but that's a different item.
Very
Are
good
there-
electric.
They got 5, they got a lot of votes for the electrical work.
But the 676 sidewalks, like, it's already been on the list in the past.
Oh, is that what?
Oh.
Yeah, like, for whatever reason, nobody is dealing with this.
All right, and then 58, cell number 21, the auditorium ceiling, complete repair, old leak, led to dangerous situation with ceiling material falling. Okay, that got 4 votes. And then the BCS BNS window situation got 4 votes.
Okay.
So-
I'll also affect my vote on the 676 sidewalk doing that. That is already on the list.
We
and
can keep it at the
passed.
top. I
So
mean, we can
then-
still keep it at the top.
Sure. So then,
Okay,
We
so,
got our
all
five.
right, so cell number 7, cell number 8, cell number 19 and 20. All right, so I feel like we need to
Move it around.
move this around. Okay.
This is how we got in
Um,
trouble last time. But just bring them to the bottom now. Don't move it up to the top, just like separate.
What do you want me to do exactly? I feel like I'm just gonna copy and paste.
Yeah.
The top 5, move them down
Yeah.
to another list.
I just want to confirm, so the top part that we picked, right, none of them are something that we didn't put on the list, right? They all new.
What do we say? I think the bathrooms for 130 were on a previous list, but I can't say 100%, but I think they were.
Cell number 19 and
Pieces of
21.
Windows were not on the list, were not on the list.
Yeah, I think that those that were already on the prior.
Mhm.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Voting on this.
Yep.
We have the links to those other ones. See if I can find it.
Cell number 25. Okay, let's hold this. Number 2. All right, if you look, wait, do I have 6 here? Oh, because are we taking off the sidewalks?
Yeah.
We're taking off the sidewalks. Okay,
We'll just put it as number 6 if you.
but I'm taking it out of this vote situation because. All right. Apologies. All right, so there, if you look on that same page, if you scroll down, there's a vote number 2 with the 5 excluding the sidewalks for 676. Should we put them in any order or should we just submit them?
why don't
Does it matter if we,
Keep all of those at the
just-
top, whatever order they're in here. It's not that.
do we have to vote again or just, do we vote to we just vote to ratify these 5, not in,
Just the 5.
just not in any order?
We
They're
can
just
put them in order, but they don't have to be in order.
why don't we have them in the order of the most votes?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The voice of reason.
Okay, all right, that just means I need to shift things around. Oh my God, all right.
Wait, that's 24.
No, we don't have. We don't have policy.
All right, this probably was.
But,
Thirties next. The hours for 19.
Are they going there alphabetical? Numerical? Oh, no, it's not.
oh, these were the ones that were.
Which one got? I got.
No.
Okay, so maybe it was the one before, the other ones, 1, 2, might have even been in the even prior year. Cause this was when it was the old, the other principal. Yeah, this must have been.
Okay, so they're in this order.
I motion to vote on the
Oh, here.
on the order that we had set them in based on the number of.
Okay,
Um,
let me go back to,
Okay.
here's the order that they are in. 676, the hazardous electrical work. Followed by the bathrooms at 130. Followed by security cameras at 124. Then replacing all damaged windows at DNS BCS. And then the auditorium ceiling repair at 58.